treat of the chocolate. Now, the production for chocolate right now is one chocolate bar that big, this cocoa pod right here. So that's how much you're going to get from one pot. Now the inside, we have something called baba. This baba, I'm going to let you try right now. You're going to give me your opinion about that. It does not taste nothing like chocolate. You can see this right here does not even look like chocolate. So you're going to try it and you're going to feel kind of like a fruity mango-ish flavor to it. It's pretty interesting. So you can go ahead and what I want you to do is just to suck on that seed. Go ahead and grab it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I've already had this with this Dachila tribe.
Yeah? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they'll probably give it so you can try it.
There you go.
Once you're finished, you can go ahead and put in that napkin the seed. Don't bite on the seed because it's bitter. Just feel the fruity, kind of like mango-ish flavor it has. And you can give me your own opinion of what you think about that. It's pretty interesting, the flavor it has. Kind of fruity, right? Like mango maybe.
I like nature's fruit tingles.
Yeah, exactly. It has a kind of like a tangy flavor because of the acids that it has. But it's extremely good for you. All right, so I'm going to go through the process. What are we going to do right after that? The thing we're going to do right after that, right there that you tried, is we're going to put that straight into some boxes that we're going to see later on, and we're going to do fermentation process there. In this fermentation process, we're going to starve it of oxygen. It's called aerobic and anaerobic process. Some beans are going to be starved for 1 day, some for 2 days, and some for 3 days. Now, I kind of like to compare this with wine. I don't know if you know something, well, you're Australian, you should know about wine.
Because
So-
we drink too much of it.
And that's wine. All right. So what I like to say is that, for example, the beans that have 3 days with no oxygen, I call them Cabernet Sauvignon, strong, full body. We're going to use that for dark chocolate. Then we have 2 days starvation of oxygen with 1 day of oxygen. We're going to call that kind of like merlot, like midterm. Then we're going to have 1 day. That's going to be for the milk chocolate guy. We don't not make milk chocolate here, but that's the one they use. So the second one, the one that has 2 days, we're going to use it for flavoring it. We're going to see that when we go up in the walk-in tour. So finally, after that, we're going to put it 7 days to dry up in a room we're going to get to see as well. And we're going to finally get this right here. Now this right here is what I like to call multivitamins, because this stuff right here is extremely good for you. This right here is kind of like popping in a Centrum every day. I like to pop one of these a day. It gives you a lot of power because it's full of antitoxins. So you can go ahead, you can try that right there. You can chew on it, you can smell it. It smells like dark chocolate. It'll be bitter because there's remember, no sugar in it. And that's already gone through the drying and fermentation process.
Oh yeah, now you can really smell it.
It's pretty good. That's right there pure. Just pure chocolate right on the seed. Pretty good, right? Bitter, but good. Good with chocolate. So that's healthy stuff. You can go ahead, you can chew it, swallow it, whatever. It's no problem. All right, so right after this, we're going to roast this right here, crack it open, and put it in a machine called a winnowing machine, which we're going to separate the sheds, which is this, from the nibs. Now the nibs are going to be used to making chocolate. And these sheds, you can use these sheds to make tea, or you can put it in your coffee to like give it a mocha flavor kind of, because it's a very mild chocolate flavor. Now this right here, what it mostly has is smell, it has aroma. This right here will be used in a lot of places to put in your garden, making your house smell like Willy Wonka chocolate factory, you can say. So it's really interesting. You're going to smell how this smells when we go see the room where we're drying the beans, and we have this on the floor all over. So you're going to smell it. It's really powerful smell, really good. All right, so after we get these nibs, we're going to take them to a machine called the turbo grinder. Now in this machine right here, in the turbo grinder, we're going to grind this down like coffee with heat combined. So the cocoa butter in it will take action and kind of like melt down to a fudgy chocolate. That will eventually get hardened and become this paste right here. Now this is the first chocolate. This is the 100% virgin chocolate right there. It's just these nibs grinded down into that. So you can go ahead and feel that. That's a hard brick of pure chocolate right there. After we get that brick right there, we're going to put that brick into a press with 20,000 pounds of pressure.
Ooh.
Now this press right here is going to squeeze out these two different things. Cocoa powder, 100%, and cocoa butter. Now this cocoa butter right here is excellent for moisturizing. You can go ahead and pass that on. You can put it in your skin. You can smell it. That's really good. I like to recommend
Smells like
this.
chocolate.
Yeah. I like to recommend this to women that are pregnant because it's really good for the stretch marks. It will let them fade away. It's good. And also when you have an operation or something and you have a scar, put it on the scar. If you do it during a year, it's going to start disappearing.
What about
Oh. I gotta put it on right now.
What's that, mosquito?
Yeah.
That's an allergy. You can put it on
no,
that. It's good.
mosquito? Yeah.
Mosquito bites. It's excellent for mosquito bites.
How about this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That will be a scar.
Sweet.
That's a topic one, so it'll help you with that. All right. So once we get this two divided, we're going to take this right here and get it ready, melting it down to mix with sugar. Now, mixing this with sugar is extremely difficult because this is more dense than sugar. So to combine those two molecules and make them one, we're going to need 2 days inside of a machine in a constant speed and a constant temperature. That's a lot of work. That's why I call it the hardest working machine. It's a little guy this big. I like to call him Wally because he's all day long working. You're going to be sleeping and he's still working. So finally we're going to get a fudgy chocolate that's going to be ready to get flavored. That fudgy chocolate flavored and everything, put it into a fridge, into a mold, and finally getting this right here. Chocolate bar. Now this chocolate bar right here, you could probably say like, alright, take it off the shelf. It'll probably take you 5 seconds to see it, maybe even put it back. But this chocolate bar right here goes way back, goes 2,000 years before Christ, back to the past. Coming back to this right here. This comes into the hands of the Mayas and the Aztecs in Central America. Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica. They take hold of this right here. And they see birds such as toucans feeding on what you just tried, the inside. So they try it, and it's good. They like it. They start eating that. They do that for years, but they don't realize that the inside, that bitter, nasty part, that's why I didn't tell you to try it, because it's really bitter, is the good stuff for chocolate. So there's a story that one Maya told to the Spanish colonizers in the 1400s that's pretty interesting. This story says that they used to breed wild hogs in their little towns. And those wild hogs will eventually grow big and not be as strong as the wild ones in the jungle. So there was a question coming around like, what are these guys eating? They have to be eating something inside the jungle that is giving them such power, because to be a pig, it's an extremely powerful animal. So these guys, they start following the wild hogs while they hunt them and they spy on them. And they see that they are feeding on these pods that fall out of the trees and dry up and look like those right there. And have these seeds popping out. So they eat these seeds. And they start like maybe thinking it's even truffles because it has a powerful smell. So they eat this, and the Mayas do the same thing. 2 days pass by, 3 days, nothing happens. A week passes by and it kicks in. It goes into their system. Now remember, this is full of antitoxins. So it's going to help you in a lot of stuff. It's going to give you energy. Now these guys, they've never tried coffee before. So they don't know what feeling of boost feels. So they take this right here, they feel that boost. When they get that, they take this fruit right here back to the high priest. And they tell the high priest that this has something special in it. We've been eating it all this time, but not the inside. So they tell him to dry it up.